Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. My name is Thùy Linh, and today I'm going to present to you an evaluation plan for the Organizational Development Intervention in Matra University for the next 2 years. This presentation will firstly recapture the key objectives in the OD plan as a foundation to provide a discussion about elements of the evaluation plan, together with the methods and techniques when gathering the data. Finally, recommendations will be provided for the improvement of the evaluation plan. Due to the shift of market demand as well as government grants from humanities social science to physical and health science, Matra University has failed to respond to this change, which resulted in a lack of discipline and unmotivated employees, along with a limited subjects of study. As such, Bundura Consulting Group has proposed an action plan to provide strategies to improve the situation. The main objective of the intervention, firstly, is to regain employee trust, enhance employee satisfaction, and employee morale. Secondly, it aims to recruit new talents in physical and health science, as well as cut off staff in humanity and social science to reduce work identification and save costs. Thirdly, it's proposed to overcome the issue of survival syndrome faced by the remaining staff members. After all, the final goal of this OD plan is to regain the university's position in academia. A well-planned evaluation plan is believed to reach many benefits for all of the stakeholders. First of all, it helps to enhance the chance that the initiative's goals and objectives are being achieved by identifying areas that need improvement in order to provide the best results. Secondly, it is able to reduce the potential conflicts between stakeholders. And last of all, it fosters programs transparency to employees as well as ensure the stakeholders agree on the goals of both the program and the evaluation. This framework presented by Nicholas on 1978 acts as an influencer for the elements of this evaluation plan for Matra University. This will be used to identify different steps for intervention evaluation. It helps to understand how each part is interlinked with each other in the evaluation process. This framework also highlights that evaluation activities need to be in place before action plan is implemented in order to compare indicators pre-test, during test, and post-test. This also ensures that stakeholders' requirements and audience requirements are both organized at the same time. Here is an overview of some important elements of an evaluation plan. First and foremost, it is the purpose of evaluation plan, which is directly linked to the mentioned goals of the interventions. The plan also includes evaluation questions, evaluation criteria, data gathering methods, data analysis, and finally, findings and outcomes. Regarding to the purpose of the evaluation plan, it first helps to monitor and evaluate the effectiveness of the OD action plan, including its progress, success, and benefits. It also helps to clarify how we will describe the what, the how, and the why it matters for the OD action plan. The what reflects the description of the interventions and how its activities are linked with the intended effects. It serves to clarify the action plan's purpose and anticipated outcomes. The how addresses the process of implementing a program and provides information about whether the plan's implementation is fit with its design. Additionally, the how, along with the output or short-term outcome information, helps to clarify if changes should be made during the implementation. Lastly, the why it matters provide the rationale for the intervention and the impact it has on the university. Being able to demonstrate that the intervention has made a difference is critical to its sustainability. Employees who engage in the intervention will be assessed based on job satisfaction, employees' mental health, employees' engagement and morale, productivity, and work intensification. Faculty members will be assessed based on awareness, change in attitude, change in behavior towards the intervention. It is suggested by Waddell et al. That an evaluation plan is a dynamic tool that should be updated on an ongoing basis to reflect changes and priorities over time. Therefore, there should be two phases in an evaluation plan. The first phase refers to the evaluation of the immediate effect, while the second phase is a measurement of long-term impact. As such, long-term change will also be measured to see whether the result of the intervention can sustain after the long period of time. A key decision in any evaluation is what data collection method to use to answer evaluation questions. In the case of Mantra University, multiple methods including both quantitative and qualitative, together with time series model will be used. To be more specific, these methods include surveys, interview with focus groups, performance records, and employees and students' attendance record. A key reason for such mixing methods is that it helps to overcome the weakness inherent in each method when used alone. It also increases the credibility of evaluation findings when information from different data sources to provide the best outcomes. Data from these methods will be collected and analyzed by the guidance team. Under the application of time series model, the evaluation will take place every fortnight to the next 2 years. The reason why time series model is used is that course experimental designs have strong internal validity and are feasible. Regarding to quantitative data method, surveys for employee will be conducted using all the indicators and criteria related to each audience, including job satisfaction, morale, engagement, and mental health. Besides, EAP surveys will be specially designed and emailed for employees who are using EAP during the interventions. Next, focus group discussion is frequently used as a qualitative approach to gain an in-depth understanding of social issues. Unlike questions on surveys, the questions asked in focus groups can be answered in any way that the participants choose, as there are no provided predetermined answers. Moreover, focus group interviews give access to a small potential pool of people who are difficult to reach. As such, focus group interview can be used once a month to measure effectively the mental health of those who are suffering the survival syndrome. In terms of performance records, indicators related to teaching and research will be taken into consideration, as they are two determinants of universities' ranking. Based on the nature of these indicators, they can be evaluated only once a year or per semester when the data is available, such as the percentage of students who completed their degrees. However, the performance measures can still be calculated each fortnight through surveys and student information. Here are some examples of teaching and research indicators that we should bear in mind. Teaching indicators can include entry standards or the percentage of students who are satisfied with teaching quality. In terms of research indicators, there are examples such as the numbers of published papers per academic employee or the number of cited researchers among all subjects. Data collected from different data gathering methods will be analyzed by the guidance team every fortnight for 2 years' time. The quantitative methods require statistical data analysis such as frequencies, means, crosstabs, or regression models, while the qualitative methods require non-statistical data analysis, which is content analysis or narratives or timeline. Moreover, gamma change in group differences will be used to compare pre- and post-evaluation scores from each criteria using time series. Regarding to the findings and outcomes of the evaluation plan, the analyzed data will be compiled in a report every fortnight and sent to the stakeholders via mail in monthly meeting. Additionally, data related to university ranking, performance, and employee retention will be presented to the university board every fortnight in a report. It is also important to compare the data with the other universities in order to locate Mantra's position in the industry with its competitors. Finally, this is a part where recommendations are made for the future improvement of evaluation plan. Firstly, in terms of data gathering method, quantitative methods should be used to estimate the impact of the initiative and explore variation across settings, while qualitative methods is suggested to use to understand issues related to adaptation of the models being implemented. In order to improve communication during the implementation of this evaluation plan, it is firstly suggested that employees, the HR managers, and the Matra University Council should consult together in the development of the evaluation plan in order to get different perspectives and that everyone is on board and willing to do the work of the evaluation. Secondly, Ms. Bridget can create online spaces where findings and outcomes can be discussed among participants of the evaluation plan. Feedback is a communication that occurs among everyone involved in the evaluation. Giving and receiving feedbacks creates an atmosphere of trust among stakeholders. It keeps an evaluation on track by keeping everyone informed about how the evaluation is proceeding. Therefore, it is suggested that ongoing and regular feedback should be conducted in every step of the evaluation in order to allow for reassessment, adaptation, and reformulation of methods if necessary. Obtaining valuable feedback can be encouraged by holding discussions during each step of the evaluation and routinely sharing current findings, provisional interpretations, and draft reports. Finally, it can be a good idea to get together with key stakeholders and develop a plan for how these mentioned recommendations will be implemented. Thank you so much for joining me on this presentation. If you have any question, please feel free to find me in this email that I put on the slide. Thank you.